What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's take a ride. Alright, so the man has said something else to bring his name up one more time. I mean, I knew it was only a matter of time. But Mind the Game podcast. Now, before I get into this, I watched a couple of episodes, and to be honest, I had plans to watch them so I could, like if something came up out of them, so I'd be able to speak on them more. But be totally honest, and I ain't saying this just because I'm making a video about it. Like, it's hard sitting through an interview with LeBron because he's just so pompous, man. So, I guess this latest episode, and before I go again, I will watch it tonight. If it's something else, I'm gonna watch one episode tonight. I might watch two tomorrow, but so I can really break this down. But it's another episode. It's another example of LeBron trying to recreate history because so much time has passed. And I was thinking about that to myself today. I'm like, man, these are a lot of years watching basketball, and like when I be coming across stories about this time, even though I was watching and all that, some of these things I have forgotten. So I mean, like, I think that's what he's banking on. That people now, they have a short attention span, and apparently memories don't go back. My memory goes back. So he's talking about, one of the things he's talking about is that he always makes the right play still. He's still trying to hold on to that excuse that he created back, what this was like 2000, early 2000s. He's been making this excuse. Like, I don't think this excuse was said a lot his first couple of years, but the following years, especially after Miami, he's an excuse machine now. So he's putting it out there that he always makes the right play. And to that, I say hogwash. Because if anybody, he's basically like deconstructing the regular hooper to like a stat machine, which he is. It is there are right plays, don't get me wrong. But when you're a star that's supposed to be on the level that they trying to make him into, it is no right play. It is the play. That's the whole thing. Like, what did Terrell Owens, and this is football, but what Terrell Owens say? Who can make a play? I can. Who can make a play? I can. That's what type of attitude primetime players have. It don't matter what the play is. If it's a play to be made, I'm going to make it. He wants to make it seem like even if the play fails, well, I made the right play. Man, get out of here with that garbage. Get out of here with that garbage, man. Like, it's one thing to, convince yourself. It's one thing to convince yourself that you are great. At least great on the level of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon went on a run for 2 years that LeBron could never touch. And I ain't being hyperbolic when I say that either. If you want to go, if you got time and if you got interest, look back on the run that Hakeem and the Rockets went on in 95 and 94 and 95. He was kind of like the kingpin in a way. But I think his players had a lot more heart, because that team had a few dogs on it. So, but this trying to warp reality and form the narrative, now that a whole bunch of time has passed, and come back and revisit and try to reshape it to a palatable outcome for you is crazy. And then the fact that Steve Nash, man, I know I said it the video I made before. Man, I feel sorry for Steve Nash, but on the other hand, I really don't, because he has to form an alliance with LeBron and basically walk him through the interviews and also wholeheartedly agree to what garbage is coming out of LeBron's mouth. And that you see the cake, the box that Steve Nash is in. And Steve Nash, look, regardless of what I'm saying, I still respected Steve Nash's run when he won those MVPs. One of them was politically driven. The other one, I think, was legit. But Steve Nash was a guy that went out there. He used to take. He was playing in the times when you could beat up guards coming to the hole, and they was kind of like phasing that out during his time in the two. Well, they wasn't really phasing it out, but he was playing in a time where you really had to. If you going to the hole, it was a price that you was gonna pay for. And I remember the playoff game where he had the nose injury, where he had the stuff like tissue in his nose, gauze or whatever, and still balled out. Man, I looked at a video that was talking about the finals between Golden State and Cleveland, and this is when he had that tremendous game in the first game. He was like automatic, it seemed like. Excuse me. And then at the end of the game, he passed the ball to George Hill, and then the play after that followed up by, he passed to George Hill, then J.R. Smith got the rebound, and we all know what happened to that. And then he basically fell apart right after that, even though they was going into overtime still. It wasn't like they lost. He had basically given up just because his perfect game had got marred. I'm pretty sure that was his thinking, man. I'm pretty sure that was his thinking at that time. He was like, man, my game just got messed up. I bet you that's what he was thinking. Because the way he was acting like it was just all over. But he swears that pass to George Hill was the correct play. Stop it, man. Stop it. You think Kobe? You think any player? And we keep bringing up Mike and Kobe, but they were the ones that did it with the most flair. So I mean, like, they always brought up. But do you think Larry Bird would have did Robert Parrish like that? Or do you think he would have did Andy Ainge like that? Dennis Johnson was his boy. You think he would have put him in that position where he had the shot clock going down on him, and he had to throw up a rush shot, and for George Hill, he was under the basket. So it wasn't no way. But he made the right play. Stop it. Stop it. And, you know, like thinking back, Kyle Korver, when he was passed that ball in the corner to Kyle Korver missed the shot. But I mean, like, you depend on shooters like that when you have some like chemistry with them, when you had years, or your play style warrants the cohesion. But like, you know, and I think Kyle Korver played with LeBron a little bit less, so he should have known. But like, I remember all the talk about him missing the shot, and LeBron kept standing on, you know, well, I made the right play. Man, get out of here with that garbage. But this is where we at. But yeah, I thought I'd make a video talking about Mr. James and his latest comments on buying the game. I'm gonna try to struggle through an episode tonight, possibly. But if I got something else better to watch, I might watch that. But that's Grandpa out.